And I believe we are live. Let me just double check before we get started. I know we already have some beat critique submissions. Let me just check Facebook. I'm a little late today because I was in the middle of posting a video on Instagram. I just finished doing that, so we are good to go. Let me just add it to my highlights real quick. And my story. And that'll give you guys some time to head on into the live. I also have a YouTube video that's blowing up right now. Got about 1,000 views in a few hours. I think previously my best video did probably 1,000 views in one day. So we're slowly climbing up. Okay, I got that taken care of. Pull this out. Turn this phone off. I have a separate phone that I use to upload all my tracks to Instagram. Or not tracks, but just videos in general. Especially when I'm uploading music, because if you guys don't know this, if you have an Apple phone, everything gets uploaded in mono. So that's why if you have uploads that you think sound really bad, it might be because of your phone. Only Android uploads tracks to Instagram in stereo. Let me plug this back in. Okay. Almost ready to go. Let me check. Yep, we are live on Facebook. Live on Twitch. Live on YouTube. Let me place this right here. Now, when I first started doing these, it seemed like what's up, Simo? It seemed like my Facebook was a lot more popular than my Twitch and YouTube, but now it seems to be flipping. Let me pull up Discord. Someone said, damn, really? I saw a post of a girl in her 808, literally wasn't even sounding. Just was like a rumbly, wobbly, nasty sound. Was this on Twitter or Instagram? Let me load up my Discord real quick. I know I have a submission in there. I'm going to stop this beat. Pull up Discord. Wait, what was that? Incoming, outgoing. Friend request. I don't even know what that is on Discord. I guess I'll accept. Oh. Steak Taco Beats. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but we started our YouTube channels almost the same day. Let's see here. Okay, so this is, yeah. We have quite a few submissions here. Awesome, awesome. So I'll wait a little bit longer for more people to come on in. Someone said it wasn't on Instagram. I guess it was the mono thing. Oh, it was on Instagram. I guess it was the mono thing and the compression and bad quality of Instagram. I'm finishing a beat right now, though. I'll send the one while I'm finishing this one. Oh, yeah. Weren't you going to submit... I forget what you said that you were going to submit on Friday today. You had a specific beat or style or something that you were going to submit, but I totally forget what you were saying. But yeah, the whole Instagram thing with using Apple devices, yeah, you don't want to use an Apple device because it'll upload everything in mono and make it sound horrible. But I haven't really had any bad experience with uploading with Android in terms of like the compression and, you know, whatever Instagram does to upload the files. They pretty much sound as is when I upload with my Android. Oh yeah, that's right. Beats with labs and expand. Hell yeah. Sadly, my computer can't handle the labs new presets, so I had to go with expand only. That's unfortunate. That's highly unfortunate. Yeah, that's another thing that I love about the video that I posted today with that new free plugin, Iota Mini. Like, that thing handles CPU like nobody's business. And like I said in the video, like, my computer is 10 years old or older. I actually I Googled my computer because I was curious how old it was. Like, the latest post that I could find was from 2010 talking about my computer, but I'm pretty sure it's even older than that. I think my computer's from like 08 or 09. So yeah, when I find a plugin that runs really good on my computer, that says a lot about that plugin. Simo says Android isn't horrible for me. It has a bit worse bass and maybe hits not as hard, but it's okay, I guess. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that would definitely be from, you know, whatever Instagram is doing to the conversion. Let me check the general area. See what's going on here. David Treasure from last week says, thanks for the review. Bring traffic to my SoundCloud page. One of the tunes is getting more notice. Promoters on SoundCloud want me to send them the beat. Is this normal or a red flag? Good question. I don't know about SoundCloud. From my experience on SoundCloud, like, every time I got a message about promotion or anything like that, it was always, you know, nothing that I was interested in. So I haven't really dealt with that. Let's see. 17 just joined the server. Oh, wow. I had no idea how many people we had sign up. I remember it was literally just InflightMuzik, and that was it. That's so wild. So we have 30, 31, 32, 33. So 32 people that have signed up, not counting me. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I've only been doing this for a couple weeks now, so. Yeah, it's nice to see all these submissions too. And the top is David Treasure. Or did we listen to... Yeah, we listened to Sacred Samson at the end of last week. Yeah, I love that plugin so much. I actually did the whole Gary Vee thing where you follow, you know, the company that you're trying to work with on all social medias and leave likes and comments on a bunch of their posts and then DM them. But yeah, I did that exact thing yesterday, and I told them that I had a video coming out reviewing their IOTA Mini, and yeah, they said that they might be looking for me to make some videos for them for sure. But yeah, I definitely want to work with that company. Just the quality that they're putting out and what they're doing overall, specifically with urban music, I love what they're doing. Simo says that's super old, but it's good, I think. I wish I could stream and use Labs at the same time, or at least use Labs at all. Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised I was able to use Labs when I was streaming with it. I think we're getting some chat messages here. Call Me Beats. I saw you in the comments of that last video, I think. Or maybe I saw you on Facebook. I know I saw you recently. I recognize the name. Give me 1 second. I gotta respond to some IG comments because I'm trying to let this post actually get seen here. I just posted it 15 minutes ago, so every comment counts right now. I'm sure you guys are aware of that. Let me play someone else's music here from last week. There was a synthwave beat that I liked. Yeah, let's go ahead and play this. This is something that I critiqued last week. I'll play that while I'm responding to some of these Instagram comments, and then we'll get right into the beat critique. And that's not playing. Let me, there we go. Simo and Takid, you guys like this track? I like this track a lot too. I'm a huge fan of synthwave. And it's very, yeah, like you said, it's very well produced. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna try and fade this out. That was horrible. That was a horrible fade out. I'm sorry. Okay, that fade out was a little better. All right, let's get into this beat critique. First one is David Treasure. Listen to Dope, Spicy Sundays, MG the Future, CMP, Silver Fox. I feel like we've heard this one before. Chilled R&B, needs some sweet vocals. Maybe not. Let's take a listen. This guy's usually working during these beat critiques, so he's not actually in the chat. Top 10 fade outs. Oh. Yeah, and since I faded that out, let me turn my volume back up. Here we go. Start it from the beginning. Let me go to his SoundCloud because I'm messing up here. I don't think that's the track though. I don't think that's the track either. How do I listen to that specific track on SoundCloud? There we go. It's so hard to start a track over on SoundCloud. Oh yeah, we have heard this. We have heard this. Because I remember us talking about the amount of water drops in it. Yeah, definitely. Okay, here's something different. There we go. It's taken me a second to follow what the idea of this track here. There was just a lot of different things going on all at the same time. That vocal is out of key. Got a filtered ARP going on in the background. That's kind of cool. That's also out of key. Yeah, you have a lot of sounds that are not in the same key. Simo says you need a really high IQ to understand this track. There's way too much going on. I get a chance to hear a variety of beats here. Cool. Yeah, definitely a variety for sure. I feel like we just heard a variety of beats in that one track because everything's playing in different keys and whatnot. Yeah, that was really hard to grasp the idea or the concept. Like, there isn't a lot of cohesiveness in that track. So I would go back to I would move on from that track. I feel like the only element that you could really hang on to yeah, maybe stick with the ARPs and build the track from scratch with the ARPs that you have going on there. That would be my recommendation for that track. I couldn't even listen to the drums. Hold on. That hi-hat is really, really low. Snare's really loud. and the kick's really small. Yeah, I would start from scratch with the arps. Here's another one. I think I mentioned before about your tag there. I would change the tag for sure. Some lo-fi. You know, I love lo-fi, but when it gets when you use that much background noise, it can be a little distracting. You have a lot of distortion, and that's another thing that people confuse with lo-fi. Like, even though it's supposed to be lo-fi, yeah, what Simo said, it's a bit too crushed for me. Yeah, like, you want to bit crush things, but you don't want to go so far that it literally sounds distorted. Yeah, this one's a lot more cohesive than the last track. This is from the same guy, so... I like those bells. The drums sound nice, but yeah, overall it's just too crushed and too distorted. So I'd back that down and then turn down some of that the static noise too, because it's a little too distracting. And we got another one. Guess this one's reggae. What's up, Saucy? Swish Bricks. Filthy. Kozu. Glad to have you. It's an interesting snare. Got like a little delay on it. Yeah, in terms of the mix, this is the best one that David Treasure has had so far. Yeah, I agree, Simo. He's not very familiar with his own sound quite yet. I think he's just doing a lot of exploring. Hey, let me know if you're using loops in that one. I'm just curious. You could just post a comment in the general section, David, whenever you hear this. Okay, and we have some posts here too for critiques. Just so that you guys know, try to keep your beat critiques in the beat critique section. But yeah, it's cool that you posted it there too, because I'll check both, but try to keep them in one place so that it's easier for me to find them. Let me scroll back up. All right, last one from David Treasure. I like that vocal. Yeah, Simo, that's what I was wondering too, about that fill. I'm pretty sure it was a loop though. But yeah, that fill, I love that fill. That was my favorite part. You don't like the kick? I don't mind the kick. Yeah, a little too much going on with the percussion. Hey, what's up, David? David says he didn't use loops. I was talking about this track right here. Let me play it again. Yeah, I like the mix on that one. I feel like this is your best track so far, for sure. Simo says he prefers highly compressed kicks. David said he's not using any loops, so this part's really nice. What yeah, for sure, Swish. Yeah, this is a vibe right here. What are you using for your instruments? I'm guessing it's probably like Purity, maybe. Except right here, I'm not sure where that guitar's from. I like that sine lead. Thanks for the follow. Call Me Beats. I know you're in the chat as well. Yeah, that ended really nice, David. Yeah, I like your reggae the most. Strum VST. I'm not familiar with that one. I'll have to look that up. Is that one pretty expensive, or is it like a contact instrument or something? I'll have to look that up for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, I can get rid of this. Oh, by the way, if any of you guys have Vacuum Pro, okay, that's dope. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Vacuum Pro. Vacuum Pro, and if you guys don't know what Vacuum Pro is, it's a analog emulation synth, and it's made by the same guys that made Hybrid 3 and Expand. And it's around the same price too. I remember doing a video on Vacuum Pro and Expand and Hybrid, and right after I made that video, the prices on all that stuff went up. So I remember back when I first found those plugins, well, not when I first found them, but when I first found them on Plugin Boutique, they were $1, and now they're like 15 or 20 bucks. Last week they actually went back up to full price at $129 or something like that, but I guess they probably didn't get too many sales doing that, so they're back down to their normal, or not normal, but they're back on sale again. Yeah, David, I like your reggae style. I feel like you should definitely make more reggae. Where are you from again? Is reggae pretty big in your area? Okay, this next track is from 17. 17. I don't think it's the same 17 that I'm associated with. UK drill type beat. This is a WAV file. Let's see what happens here. Will you transfer? I agree. Wants me to download it. Let me see what happens when I go here. Probably the same thing. I'll go ahead and download it. What's the file size on that? 10 seconds left. How many megabytes? Can't read that. 6 seconds left. Yeah, how small are viruses nowadays? Simo says, Expand is the best cheap VST I know. I bought it for 15 and I can't stop using it. Yeah, I agree. I agree it's the best cheap one, but not the best free one. I definitely like Iota Mini better than Expand. Let's see here. Let's open this up. Ooh, this is really low in volume. Oh, that's because of my media player. Yeah, London definitely has a reggae scene. Yeah, I figured you're from Europe somewhere. Who made whose logo? My logo? I know you're not asking about my logo. My logo's crap. I made that myself. I made my logo in Free Logo Maker. I think that's the name of the website, Free Logo Maker. Hearing about my logo, that's hilarious. Yeah, my logo's crap. But yeah, I made it myself. You like how simple it is? I guess that's the one good thing about my logo. It is simple, and that's something that you need to do for logos. The bass is really, really low. I'd crank that because I think UK drill tends to go heavier on their basses. Yeah, Takeed, Jake Takeed, he's pretty good at, did you make that whole Halloween thing? Remember when I first found you during that beat critique? Did you do all of that yourself? Yeah, I think, yeah, you might want to link up with Takeed. Because he, if he did all that, he's pretty good at graphics. David said, tried to download that plugin, came up forbidden. What plugin are you talking about, David? Okay, so Jake did, Takid. So Jake did make that. Yeah, Simo, link up with Takid because he's crazy with the graphics for sure. Simo says that the 808 is going super crazy, and I don't know how good that is in UK, but it sounds cool. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with UK drill, but I would definitely say crank up that the bass in that track. And the kick. Yeah, I would crank up that kick too. Overall, the low end is kind of missing there. This is by Influences, SoundCloud, Zenshin. Yeah, okay. He had a track last week that I thought was a lot better than what he was saying it was going to be. I like your kalimbas. Big ol' 808. Really wide snares. Deco says if the man crank up, you better crank it up. Yeah, I definitely noticed those hats too. Yeah, those hats are like really, yeah, I don't know how to describe those hats, but yeah, they're hitting like really hard. The hats are very in your face. That's what I would say. When it drops out like that, I usually expect a bigger change up than what you did, but I still appreciate the drop. Switch says if the 808 was deeper, it would knock so much harder. Yeah, there's already a lot of sub in it, but yeah, maybe if it had more extra frequencies in the higher end. Yeah, because right now it's very, very subby. But I like the track overall. Alright, Gigatod. YouTube link. My favorite. Oh, I was going to mention this earlier. So, you guys might want to check your... go into your channel settings and look up the new terms of service that they just dropped. But this is going to be going live December 10th. And basically they're saying that they'll delete any channel that they're not making money off of. Flat out. So I don't know. I don't know what that actually means. I don't know what they're really going to do in terms of, you know, what channels they delete or not. But let me try and find the exact section where they're talking about that. Let's see. I think it's down here somewhere. Your code of conduct. Removals. No. No. Yeah, somewhere in here they talk about just deleting your channel if they don't think that it's profitable or something like that. I don't know. It's somewhere in here, but you guys should definitely read this over. It's not very long, so I would definitely check this out. Anyway, back to the critiques. David Treasure, Iota Mini downloaded in 4 hours, then said forbidden. I don't know. You might want to contact Angelic Vibes about that. Deco says, how are you talking about? I have no idea what that means. I can't form a sentence out of those words. Or who you talking about? Is that what you mean? I feel like this track is giving my computer a virus. Who was I talking about with the terms of service thing? Is that what you're referring to? I was talking about anyone that has a YouTube channel. Like, apparently YouTube's going to crack down a little harder on what channels they keep around and what channels they don't. Basically, in the future, I think YouTube will strictly be for people that own companies, because that's what I've been noticing lately, like with what videos get pushed out, like NBC, Fox, ABC, Disney, like all those channels are like, they get pushed out more than, you know, private content makers. Yeah, I really have no comment for this, Giga. I know you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, but yeah, I mean, what genre would this even be? This is a recent beat too. Instrumental hip-hop dance track. It's definitely unnecessary to tag a beat that much. Basically, your whole beat's a tag. Yeah. Yeah, that would be my critique. That you just tagged it way too much, and I can't tell that this is a hip hop or a dance track. Like this, you got to think about, you know, what the music is making you feel. Like, do you feel like you're able to dance to this? Like, does it physically move you to dance? That's just a question for Giga Todd whenever you come back in. Like, what does it physically do to your body? Like, does it give you goosebumps? Does it make you feel a certain type of emotion? After that, you pretty much, you should use that to guide you in whether or not you're actually accomplishing your goal of hip-hop or dance track. That's what I would say. All right, Simo, I totally forgot I had this beat. I made this beat a week ago. It's so far. I'll upload it here in a few days, maybe Thursday. And the kit. All the beats I have without using my kit. Let's see. And it's under 8 megabytes. That's awesome. Hey, this is the most viewers we've had. 9. 9 at once. Is this the beat that you said you made with Expand? I don't recognize the brass. Infected Mushroom. Isn't Infected Mushroom a plugin company? I think they make that wider plugin. I just did a tutorial on wider a while ago. Polyverse. Okay, so Polyverse made it, but it's promoted by Infected Mushroom. So is Infected Mushroom like a band that I'm not aware of? Okay, so the brass is a sample. Okay. That sample's so well played. Like, I like how it kind of trails off at the end a little bit. Like, kind of loses its pitch. I love it. Pretty sure this is just going to keep doing the same thing. And then you have a drop out there. Okay, they're from the 90s. Psytrance producers. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Swish says the 808 slides are too much. Yeah, Simo loves his 808 slides. There's actually only one slide though. Yeah, there's only one 808 slide in there. But at the same time, you might just be referring to how many different notes the 808 is playing all together. That I could kind of agree with. But since the rest of the instrumental is pretty simple, like he typically has a lot of bass-driven tracks, so it's definitely his style. Alchemy Beats, not alchemy, Alchemy. Hey, happy you are in live. I made this beat recently. Can you check it out? Yes, I can. Lil Baby Gunna Quavo type beat. Hard, dark, and bouncy. Sounds like it's gonna be hard. Simo says, I've been calming down with the slides now. I was going super crazy with 37 slides and 2 bar lead. Yeah, the kick should hit harder for sure. Like when the beat came in. Or maybe you have a kick coming. Ah, no kick. Yeah, it almost sounds like there is no kick. It almost sounds like that's just the transient of the 808. Yeah, you hear how small that kick is by itself without the 808? Definitely need to beef that kick up. Actually, all of the drums are really, really small. Yeah, that snare, the kick, all of it's almost non-existent. But I like the melodies, I like the chord progression. Yeah, if you had the drums louder, it would let you bring that 808 louder too. Like you wouldn't be afraid to beef that 808 up. That's something Deco just pointed out. Switch says, yeah, just louder in general. Yeah, I like the composition. So that's the most important part. So you have that part down. Just needs to be mixed a little better. Just leveling. Maybe your choice of kick would need to change too. But I can't really tell without it being leveled properly. So I would say either switch out that kick. Well, I would say just turn everything up first. Level things a little differently. And then I used to do that a lot too, because I'm more melody driven. Like when I first started making beats, actually back in the day, I didn't ever make beats. I used to just play piano. So I just made piano compositions. And then when I did get into FL Studio, every single time my chords and melodies would be way louder than my drums. And then I had a friend of mine make all of my drums for like a year. And eventually I got good at drums, just listening to how he made his drums. Shout out to Breezy. To Kid, we have organ MP3, 1.77 megabytes, 46 second sample or loop.
Kid, back up on the beat.
Nice. I wish it was longer than 46 seconds. Simo said parallel compression on that last track would have saved it. It definitely would have helped. Simo says it's unique and he likes it a lot. Yeah, I love that track for sure. Yeah, that little bell melody that you have going on, that's what really makes it different for sure compared to all the other tracks. I'm trying to remember some of your recent tracks that I heard from you. I feel like this was better than some of the recent tracks that I've heard from you. Yeah, go ahead and make that a full beat, dude. That would be awesome. I like that track a lot. But it reminds me a lot of the style that when I first heard you back like a year ago, almost a year ago. But yeah, that's why I followed you in the first place. Let's see, Swish Beats. Swish Beats. Swish Bricks. How do you like uploading to TrackTrain? You get a lot of sales on TrackTrain. Are you also on any other beat services?
This is Swish Bricks.
Sounds like it's going to be nice and clean. Yeah, Raphael wants to hear the full beat too. That melody kind of disappeared a little bit. Yeah, light mode and dark mode. I haven't been on Tracktrain in a while. Dark mode is better on all platforms. Maybe the snare could be, or the clap / snare could be a little louder.
Purchase your tracks today.
Swish says, it's cool, I used to, and no, I'm not. Okay, so you're just on Tracktrain now. Swish says they updated a lot of stuff. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I've been here. I wonder if Panacho is still on here. Probably not, because he just recently left Airbit, and now he's on BeatStars. You know, the funny thing about that is, though, like, he was one of the top sellers on Airbit, but now he doesn't rank on BeatStars. I find that kind of curious.
Purchase your tracks today.
The purchase your tracks today is a meme. It is a meme, for sure. Yeah, I agree, Raphael. The melody needs to be more present. Like, I totally get that you're doing the whole ambient vibe, and that's cool. That definitely, you know, I could definitely ride with that, but just a little bit louder. Just a little bit louder. Like, you have enough reverb and effects on there to keep that whole ambient vibe while turning it up a little bit. Let me know, Swish, let me know if you want me to play any of these other tracks too. Simo, now because of you, I can't stop using weird Asian scales. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Now, this is expand for sure. I was just about to say, let's get to 10 viewers, and we're already there. Sumo says you could export all the melody, duplicate it, and put one octave up with, yeah, that's a good idea too. Have the same melody, one octave up, and then oh, okay. You're saying just one octave up with lower volume? I was thinking you were talking about combining the two. I would combine the two. I think that would sound really good. Yeah, when it comes to these Asian scales, it's always good to have good instruments to play the scales with. And Expand is full of them, so. Maybe add a little detuning on that, on those strings that just came in. Yeah, I feel like those strings are just playing a little too straight. Oh, Simo said he meant to say layer both. Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, because you have like this, you have like some tremolo on the other sounds, and when that string comes in like straight and flat, like it kind of sounds out of place. It sounds like it doesn't belong in the beat almost. But that's just me nitpicking. Yeah, Expand doesn't play with the ethnic sounds. The ethnic sounds in Expand are awesome for sure, especially for 15 bucks. Cool, cool, cool. All right, Kozu. Just the beginning of an idea I had. Hope you like it. Really nice bells. And he's from Brazil. Oh shit. Angelic Vibes just read my email. If you guys don't know about, what's it called? Like if you're ever looking for business opportunities, definitely use email tracking from Gmail. It's a, what are those called? Extension that you can add to Google. But it'll let you know whenever someone has opened your email or reopened it or replied or any of that. I definitely recommend using that, especially if you're sending loops out and so on and so forth. Let's see here. I missed some comments here. Raphael says maybe this melody could use some isotope vinyl. Simo says I'll maybe use the humanizer preset from Patcher. Yeah, there's also there's a couple presets in Patcher that you could use. Humanizer, there's like a pitch thing in there. There's a few presets in Patcher that could work really well. I haven't gone over them all on my channel. I've only covered like one or two, but there's even more than what I've covered. Yeah, vinyl could work. Oh, Raphael is Kozu. Yeah, I like what I'm hearing so far. I'm about to get back to it. Yeah, shout out to people in Brazil, for sure. Man, I want to meet me a Brazilian chick. You need to hook me up. Simo says, I think KBZ talked about it. I might use it. Okay. Deco says, oh yeah, I heard about that with Gmail. Yeah. Oh, is that what you were talking about, Simo, with the Gmail thing? Yeah, I learned it from Lifestyle Did It. Shout out to Lifestyle Did It. I like the how wet the percussion is with the hats. What's going on, D Beats? Good to have you in here. The composition is top notch. I could tell you didn't use a loop too. Well mixed. And you have a lot of interesting sounds in there too that keep me interested. And you got a nice, this is something that a lot of people that do beat critiques don't really talk about, but you have a nice pocket in there for rapping. Like, a lot of times when people hear beats like this with a lot going on, what's up SLP? Good to have you back. A lot of times when people hear a lot of sounds like this that are going on, they immediately just say, oh, well, that's hard to rap to. Like, not necessarily. If you make the right pocket and get a good rhythm going, which you absolutely have, any rapper would kill that. It's your second beat. I don't believe you, but... Yeah, man, if that's your second beat, that's insane. That's better than some beats that I've made just this year. Simo says, I would layer the clap, but it's just personal taste. Really good anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I have to nitpick to find anything that I don't like about that beat. Yeah, really good job for that being your second beat, man. That's really impressive. Let's see here. Yeah, man, send in another one. No, I was just messing with you, Raphael. I believe you. Yeah, I was saying in a previous beat critique to someone else who had a really good beat, and this was their first year. Like, nowadays, the level of quality that you hear from beginners is so much higher because of all the YouTube tutorials and the sound packs and the drum kits. Like, it's really easy to get good really fast. So for anyone that's trying to get into this, definitely, use your resources, use the internet, get in there and dive deep and read the manual. Cause like a lot of my channel, well, not a lot of my channel, but like there's tips that I point out on my channel that are right there in the manual. I was doing blog writing for flstudiomusic.com, and a lot of the blogs that I was writing was pretty much just, beginner tips that people aren't aware of, but it's just right there in the manual. I actually have a video coming out Wednesday on reverb, and a lot of that stuff is in the manual, but I don't see a lot of people doing this stuff, so I decided I needed to do a video on it. D-Beats, where to send you one? Yeah, sign into Discord. The link is in the description for you. And then you'll be able to post in this beat critique section. And we're almost towards the bottom here, so you'll be next in line pretty quick. Let's see, what else did I... Sumo says... Wait a minute. I missed another... It took me 8 months to get kind of decent, but around 1 year and 4 months to get to the point where I was actually confident to show other people my beats. Sumo says, I don't believe you either. If that's your second beat, you're a prodigy. Like... There's some things that I'm going to play this again, and there's some things that I want to point out to anyone that's a beginner. Like why this doesn't sound like a beginner beat. Okay. First thing is sound selection. So like there's plenty of VSTs out there, especially the one that I just posted on my channel today, Iota Mini. If you download the right sounds from the get-go, already you're winning, because a lot of times people just use whatever they have, or which can be good too, but I have some videos on using stock sounds in FL Studio, but like it takes work to make some of those sounds sound good. I think even in one of these live videos, I showed you guys how I could take anything from the FL Studio drum packs and make those sound good. It takes work, but you can make anything sound good. But I feel like there's just so much out there already that you shouldn't have to worry about doing that. And Raphael brings up my second point. So I pointed out the composition, how it was top notch. And Raphael says, I studied music, classical piano, so I kind of had half of the way built. So he basically knew how to compose. And that's where I came from. That's why I was saying earlier, like, a lot of times when I made beats, I just sucked at drums because all I did all day, all night was play piano. So I was really good at making melodies and whatnot. So, like, before trap was invented, I was doing a lot of trap style beats because, like, back in the day, a lot of hip hop was more loop based. Even if they weren't using a sample, a lot of the music that was coming out was still like the same melody over and over and over again. So like there wasn't a lot of variety in terms of melody and chord progressions. So that's what I brought to the table when I first started making music, like just my skills on piano. But I can definitely hear that coming out of this track. So sound selection, your composition, and last but not least, I want to bring it up when it hits. That vocal sample, those are everywhere. Even on Angelic Vibes website, they have a ton of free vocal packs that specifically sound exactly like what he just played. And as a matter of fact, I got an email today with like, I don't know how many female vocal samples. Let's see. Let me switch my email. I definitely recommend signing up for their newsletter, Angelic Vibes newsletter, and going to their freebie section on their website and just downloading everything. Let's see here. Yeah, Angelic Vibes, 15 free female vocal samples. So even today, they're still releasing stuff. So it's not hard to find good sounds. So when you hear those drums, immediately the first thing that caught my ear was the amount of reverb. It's not too much, not too little. Like, it's just perfect for ambience, basically. And that's something that a lot of people get wrong day one. Like, either they won't use reverb at all, or when they use reverb, it's just way too much. So Raphael says, I get lost turning the beat into a full song. Maybe this is an idea for your next tutorial. Check out my, actually there's maybe a better tutorial out there than even what I did. I did a tutorial on arranging beats. I forget what it's called right now. Yeah, I forget what I called it, but there's definitely a tutorial out there. Just type into YouTube, how to make a beat from one loop, or how to change 4 bars into a full song, or how to change 8 bars into a full song. But I have some other ideas that video didn't have. I'll definitely make that video, because I don't think I really went into good enough detail in my previous arrangement video. But you can look up arrangement on my YouTube channel, and there should be a video that can give you some ideas just to start out. Deco says, I don't just want sounds, I want unique sounds. Yeah, for sure. And effects, like I was saying about that beat that I was just playing, effects can play a lot into unique sounds. I actually have a tutorial coming out how to make boring presets sound amazing. And that's going to help you out a lot with having unique sounds. Actually, the tutorial that I'm dropping Wednesday can help you out with that too, because I'm dropping 5 different techniques for reverb to make your reverb sound awesome. IFM, the plugin are too damn big nowadays. Simo says, I really struggled a lot with arrangements, but you should watch the Simon Servita vid about it. I don't think I've watched any of his videos on arrangement, but yeah, he would be a good person to go to, because he knows a lot about, well, he knows a lot about music theory, but I think he applies a lot of that to his arrangements too. Let's see here. Simo says, the bells are from Omnisphere. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Omnisphere has high quality sound. So not only are you good with the composition, you're already choosing high quality sounds. And that's really the point that I was trying to make. Simo says, the legacy kit from stock FL packs are good for boom bap. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah, because those packs were made before trap was invented. So they were heavily geared towards boom bap. Simo says, I was really good for drums, but super bad with melodies. Yeah, you're the opposite of me. And I could tell that when I listened to your beats for the first time. Not that your melodies were bad. Actually, the opposite. Your melodies were good, but your drums were so superior that I knew that you're more drum and bass line based versus melody. Let's see. You should get the love letter one. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. Simo says, Deco, I made a free kit and every sound is made by me, sampled or layered. Drop it probably this Thursday. I'll be picking that kit up too. Another one from Takid. Hey 100, we're still waiting on oh, you're in here. You're in the chat. Excuse me. Yeah, I am D Beats. Still waiting for your track. Where are those flutes from? Oh, I didn't think that it would stop playing. I like the reverse effect that you have. Jake, where are you from? This sounds really different. David asks, what do you think I should work on, or you should work on? I think you should definitely stick with reggae for a while and just improve the mixing and composition. Mixing and composition. Simo says that beat called Call Me Cody is the first beat in around 4 weeks where I don't use my own sounds. You thought the melody sounded like Cody, so you used his kits? He has good, I like his kick drums. Born in New York, you live in Minnesota? Yeah, where do you get your inspiration from? Because your beats sound very different, for sure. Yeah, you have that interesting 4 on the floor pattern with that hand drum. But I like it. It sounds and then you just switched back up into more of an urban sound right here. Oh, just for a second though. Now you're back to the 4 on the floor pattern. I would like to hear a longer section with that, the drum pattern that you used at the end there. But yeah, I like it. Simo, Call Me Cody. Been making music since '92. 92. I was living in Korea in '92. Why did you feel like this sounded like Cody with the melodies? Like a lot of Cody's melodies have more of like that stop and go, because he used to use a lot of Fruity Slicer, so you heard like that chopped sample vibe. That's what I was expecting to hear. Still a fire beat though. Simo, I just listened to whatever he played on his, for the contest. So I don't remember him playing the whole beat. Just got a message from Anno Domini. Good old ClickFunnels. Simo said I made the flute at first. It sounded like the beats from his Ghostbuster beat tape. I made the guitar later. That's his newest beat tape, right? I haven't heard any of that from his Ghostbusters beat tape or really paid attention to his Ghostbuster drums. but I have been noticing all of his thumbnails is him in a Ghostbusters uniform. Specifically Bill Murray's Ghostbusters uniform. But no, I haven't really heard his beat tape. Simo says, no, Vegan didn't play the whole beat. I'll send it because I think sometimes it's a bit too much with the effects or something. I don't know. Well, it's a flex beat, so, I mean, it's supposed to be, like, too much, almost. You guys will hear what I mean when he sends it. Simo says, great vibes. Or, Raphael says, Simo, great vibes from this. Yeah. I think everyone in the chat will like that beat either way. Kozu. This is the first. Yeah, I was actually going to ask you to send your first beat, but I didn't know if you really wanted to or not. So beat number 1. Yeah, I'm glad you have Omnisphere because with your ability on the keys, it's nice to have it highlighted with, you know, good sound selection. And again, you're on point with the reverb on your hi-hats. Everyone leaves their drums so dry. So I always appreciate when people actually add effects to their drums. Yeah. Definitely, you got that kick hitting really nice too. And your bass is at the right level. Like, I'm really shocked with your mixing ability. Because that's another mistake that people make. Like, I love loud basses, don't get me wrong. Like, Simo knows I love loud basses. But in terms of, like, what you send to the engineer, like, that gets turned down every single time. Like, when you listen to a track in the club, like, the bass sounds really loud because it's actually really low. And the other sounds are turned up. Like, the low end has a lot of power in it. So if you were to have a track with really, really heavy bass and you were to play that in a club or just on big speakers, like, you know, in a live show, that bass is going to overpower everything. Like, it tends to just overpower everything. So when you have the bass at the level that you have it right there, it's going to boom really, really loud in a live environment. That's something that people don't realize. Let's see. But damn, it's so good for a first beat. If I showed you my first beats. Yeah, I don't have my first beat anymore, but I definitely remember it. I was, basically it was just chords and a lightning sound effect. And I think there might have been some rain in the background and like really, really bad drums with, you know, the little bell in the song Yeah by Usher, the ding, ding, ding. Like, I used that instead of a hi-hat. Oh my God, it was so bad. But like at the time I used to sing and really, I was just laying down a track so that I could sing over it. But when I sang over it, like, it was a lot easier to understand, like, what the purpose of the track was. But the track by itself sounded absolutely horrible. Yeah, let me know if you guys want me to do a live stream of the beats, the oldest beats that I have on the internet. They're from 15 years ago on SoundCloud. Yeah, let me know if you want me to do a live stream just going over those beats and me reacting to them. Yeah, I saw your upload, IMD Beats. Yeah, I saw your upload in the general section. Actually, let me go there first because I know you submitted before some of those other ones. ATL Drummer Boy. ATL Drummer Boy. Okay, you just added it here. Let me see if there's any other ones here. Cool. All right. Okay, well, I'll just continue playing these in order. You're just 2 away. Goya to Kid. Nice. Real nice. Feel like I'm in Miami. Yeah, dude. Okay, this is what I really wanted to say earlier when I asked you where you were from. Like, a lot of your tracks have a very, what's it called? Like a Central American, like, I can't even think of the word, but yeah, it has like more of a Southern feel. I can't believe you're from New York, or I know New York has a lot of Puerto Ricans and whatnot, but now you live in Minnesota. That's crazy. Let me keep playing. I missed some comments up here. Nice switch up. Simo says, mine was only the C major scale. Yeah, bro, this is fire. I love this. Well mixed. C major scale like an ARP, using the whole scale instead of a chord. Legacy drums, 3x oscillator, saw wave as an 808. Oh my god. Yeah, that sounds nasty. Yeah, the way I taught myself piano was by, I should probably do a video on that, how I taught myself piano. But basically, I remember as a kid, I just started all the way to the right, the very first note on the right side of the piano. And I just played all the white keys going down. And what I realized, it made, it created the song Joy to the World. Like if you just play each key one after the other, it'll go, joy to the world, da, 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 da. I was like, what? That's a whole song. So, like, I just started messing around with only the white keys and realized that I could recreate almost any song with just playing the white keys. And then that's how I learned about transposing, and then figured out that every scale is actually the same pattern of notes when it comes to major and minor. So that's the only reason I got good at piano really fast. It was a complete accident. Let's see. There's a bunch of messages I missed, or comments I missed. And this is only with 10 people. I can't imagine, like, when I start going live on the other channel, like, how I'm going to keep track of all these comments. Because I like to read them all. Deco says, IFM. What does IFM stand for? Because I don't know. What you think about the tonal balance plugin? Isn't that from Isotope? I think it's a genius plugin. I think all of Isotope's plugins are great. Simo says, do it. I'm sure you're talking about the SoundClick thing. IMD Beats, never used this joint. Not sure what he's referring to. SLP says, as a producer, we should also learn about sound designing because it's a very important part of being a producer. Basically, through that, you'll be able to create that unique sound you're looking for. Absolutely. I'm a huge advocator of sound design. That's actually what I'm really trying to do with Angelic Vibes right now. I want to be one of their sound designers. Let's see. Oh, Raphael says do it too with the beats from 15 years ago. Simo says, when I die, I'll still have the stank face this beat gave me. Oh, well, there you go. So Takid is Puerto Rican and Italian. And Italian, their language is based off of, you know, it's they share a lot of the same similarities to the Spanish languages. Yeah, I'm actually following someone on Instagram who I didn't know where she was from, but I could just tell with the words that she was using that she was definitely speaking Italian, because I knew it wasn't Mexican, or I knew it wasn't Spanish, and I knew that it wasn't Portuguese or anything like that. So really, I only had one other choice, and I was like, yeah, it must be Italian. Scrolled down, and sure enough, her location was Italy. Simo, I learned how to play the first like 15 seconds of Bach. I never know how to pronounce fugue. I think it's fugue or fugue. I think it's fugue. Messing with the keyboard. Yeah, fugue, that's a type of counter melody. Let's see. SLP says, yeah, and that's Latin. The Latin world. Yeah, CMP was complaining about the word Latin, and he said that's just a word white people say because they're too lazy to name the person's country. And I'm like, well, then everyone's guilty of that. Like, you calling yourself black, you're not talking about what country you're from Africa. White people calling themselves white, they're not talking about what country their family came from either. So I guess we're all freaking idiots. Like, some people just start mess for no reason. But anyway, Simo. I'm going to save this beat after I play I Am D Beats. ATL Drummer Boy, number 1. Very Travis Scott with that vocal.
D Beats 100. That's my daddy. Wanna be.
I like the tag. But is that you playing the keys, or is this a loop? Fugue. Yeah, you're right, Simo. That is how it's pronounced, fugue. D Beats. This is fire, 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 fire.
D Beats 100. That's my daddy. Wanna be.
Yeah, I was gonna guess that you played this. Yeah, this is not a loop, guys. Yeah, good choice of chords. It really lets you go crazy with the melody. Yeah, I love my E pianos.
D Beats 100. That's my daddy.
I'm not sure who Lenny is. Lenny has the best tag ever. He has the one that says, I'm your girlfriend's favorite producer. That's funny. My boy Breezy, who I was talking about that used to do all my drums, his rapper tag was, I'm your girlfriend's favorite rapper. And that actually used to be the case back in the day. He was a lot of girlfriends' favorite rapper. IMD Beats. Thanks. Yeah, that was fire, man, my man. Dope, dope, dope. Do you sell your beats online? And are you from ATL? Because that was definitely very ATL. I would say this, it's probably kind of hard to stand out with a beat like that because, you know, a lot of the Southern style is that exact beat. No, you don't sell beats online. You sell beats in person? You ever go to the studio or anything? Link up with other rappers? Simo, I'll get back to you up there. Candy Corn to Kid. Okay, D Beats, that's dope. Yeah, so D Beats be in the studio actually working with artists. Just moved back to Chicago. That's where all my family's from, Chicago. I know a lot of Chicago rappers look for that type of sound too, so maybe with a few tweaks, maybe some extra synths in there. Yeah, D Beats, I hope you come back to the next live and just submit tracks just for us to listen to. That was definitely really enjoyable. Yeah, Kid, that was that had a lot of, interesting sounds in it. Got that boom bap feel. Yeah, man, you have a lot of diversity, but I mean, since you've been doing this for so long, I think that's where a lot of your diversity comes from. Yeah, that part's real dope. Yeah, you got that nice swing on those drums. Let me check the general section real quick, and then, yeah. All right, what time is it? Been on for an hour and a half. Yeah, Simo likes the bass line. Yeah, very boom bap. Yeah, Mushroom Cloud. Yeah, that was the name of the track. All right, I'm gonna end the live with this last track. I hope you guys enjoy this. I definitely enjoyed it when I first heard it. It came from another vegan's, not beat critique, but he had a contest where he did eventually critique some beats, where he dropped some samples and then people flipped them, and this was Simo's flip. And this is actually how I met Simo, so. D-Beat says 2 more. Yeah, to Kid says, oh God. Real clean, yeah, that's what I noticed when I first heard it. Switch up. You notice the octave change, so it's the same melody but 2 different octaves. So that's a good tip for you, Raphael, in terms of making full songs. You can take the same melody and just pitch it up an octave or pitch it down an octave, and then that can be a change up in your arrangement. Yeah, it just keeps on bringing ear candy. Like every 4 bars, there's something to listen to. And that's how you should be making beats. At least flex beats. Yeah, if you guys aren't aware of those high-end bleeps and bloops, those are all 808s. You can look up, I know Simon Servita has some good 808 tutorials, but check out Sicky Beats. He has some good ones too, in terms of getting those crazy 808s in the high end. I have one track where I kind of do that a little bit. Yeah, Deco says sounds all over the place, but it's hot. Yeah, that's really the purpose of flex beats. Like whenever you guys are entering a contest, if someone says, "Hey, flip this sample," you're really trying to show off, all the different skills and techniques that you have. He has about like 24 different skills in there that I could list off that is specifically, producers flexing on a producer. Yeah, Raphael's hearing all the little tidbits, Metal Gear, Street Fighter sounds. I don't know if you guys are familiar with who Burial is, but he's like a, I don't know if I want to call him famous, but he's infamous. Yeah, I'd say he's infamous. But he was unknown for a really long time. But he had a whole album that like blew up, and it was just totally like off the wall, like odd sounds, and he made a lot of his sounds with samples from Metal Gear Solid. Let's see. Gonsao. Yeah. So Simo says he learned his 808s from Gonsao. Deco says, like those type of beats still, they are necessary. And let's see. Simo says it's loud, but has like 65 mixer tracks, and it was horrible to mix. Let's see. D-Beat says small fix. Let's see what he's referring to. I'm not sure what he's referring to, but he says he rocks with it. Deco says, damn, this is loud. Yeah, I did turn it up a little bit. Only because I knew it wasn't going to distort if I did. Simo says, actually, I used delay 3 on the 808s and tweaked the bit section. I think it's bit crushed or something, so it keeps moving. Yeah, that's something that I learned from Sicky Beats that Simon didn't do in his tutorial. So just adding different EQ settings and delays on the high-end 808s. D-Beats, did you say you had 2 more? Oh, yeah, the mix. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, small tweaks for sure. Did you say you had 2 more tracks that you wanted to submit? Let's see, it's I've been on for an hour and 37 minutes. We could definitely listen to 2 more tracks if that's what you're referring to. But if not, or just tune in same time on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. And we can all get on out of here. I have some beers to drink and some football to watch. Simo, stop lying. Takid says, see you next time, guys. Yeah, I think we are going to wrap it up. Yeah, Simo, hook up with Takid for graphics for sure. And Raphael, definitely check out those arrangement tutorials. D-Beats, I hope to see you back in here on Wednesday or Friday. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Just one? Yeah, you go ahead and submit one while I'm... Oh, there it is right there. Oh, perfect. Man, that's what I love guys that can actually deliver quickly and not, sit there with twiddling their thumbs. Good on you. So I'll definitely play this. Simo says, I swear to God, he said that on a vid about plugins. Are you talking about delay 3, the delay trick? I know what you're talking about, actually. Raphael says, I'll be here with a new beat. You'll try. All right, let's listen to D-Beat's Taste of Soul, and after this, we'll all call it a night. Hell yeah, brother. And again, it's every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 p.m.
DB's 100 on the beat.
Hell yeah. Nice bass. Yeah, I think this is a great beat to end the session as well, Raphael. Simo, I totally agree. Like, it always feels like it's only been 30 minutes, and then next thing you know, it's been like 2 hours. These go by so quick. I don't understand. Yeah, D Beats with another hit. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just about to say that this is definitely something that someone would rap on for sure. Just has that nice blend of trap and R&B and soul. There's like nothing distracting about it. Like, you know, if you put some vocals on here, you're definitely going to be paying attention to the vocals, and everything else is just highlighting. Oh yeah, nice change up. So we're in the bridge right now. That part right there, Simo. I like that wah pedal effect that you have on those guitars, or it might be keys that you're doing that too. Right there, yeah. I know what you're talking about, yeah. Yeah, it's just, it comes in real quick. Absolute fire. Absolute fire. I just disappeared the chat. Hold on. Logic and machine. Interesting combination. Interesting combination. So you must be an Apple user. That's dope. That's dope. That is dope. All right, y'all. This was definitely my favorite beat critique session for sure. Yeah, Raphael says, thanks everyone for the session. I definitely want to thank you guys for being a part of it. Obviously, these would suck without your submissions. So, yeah, thanks, guys. And I will see you guys in the next one.